All right, welcome back to Third Man In. I'm Zack Phillips, and in tonight's live stream, we're going to be watching along the Colorado Avalanche coming to town, taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs here tonight in Game 40 of the Leafs regular season. You know, we typically do the post-game streams. We typically do different videos, breaking things down, 8 to 10 to 12-minute videos that we do. But I figured we'll mix things up. Not everyone has to be a post-game stream. We did these in the playoffs. We did these last year. Tested them out kind of towards the end of the season, and seems like something that people get behind, people enjoy. So rather than going live after the game, we'll go live throughout the entire thing. If people want to call in, give their thoughts here on the game tonight, if you want to watch along with me, you're more than welcome to. If it's something where you don't like the commentary, whatever it is, you can turn on with me, put on the audio, join in the chat, talk about what's going on, and just kind of engage with other people while the game goes on. I think it's a fun way to go about things. It's a fun way to kind of get through a game or watch a game, especially this big one here tonight against the Avalanche, where it feels like this is a real test. Like I've continued to talk all season long about this Leafs team, and we come in certain spots after games and we talk about the fact that, oh, well, we're happy to get away with the win. We're happy to get points in these games. I continue to look at the level of play, the style of play from some of these top teams, some of these teams that I think are true contenders, some of these teams that I think are teams that we should be looking at and kind of saying we should be able to play like that, or we should be looking to play like that if we're going to win Stanley Cups, if we're going to compete for the Stanley Cup and be able to take that next step beyond just winning a playoff round or being a competitive playoff team. I think that this Avalanche team is one of those teams that you should be looking at to make that determination and using this as a measuring stick of like, how did you match up against them here tonight? What was your level of play versus how they came in here? They're going to be on the road here tonight, obviously, in Toronto facing the Maple Leafs. But this Avs team, specifically a guy like Nathan Mackinnon, is the type of guy that he doesn't really care who the opponent is. He doesn't care how many or how little, how all-stars are on the other team, what those guys are getting paid. He doesn't care how good or bad that team is. Nathan Mackinnon shows up every single night. A guy like Rantanen in the same boat. Cale Makar in the same boat. This is a really good Avalanche team that shows up night in, night out. So what are you going to get from the Leafs here? How are they going to perform? How are they going to respond against an Avs team who's going to come in here ready to play? I think it's going to be an interesting test, and I'm excited to see it. So I'm excited to watch that along with you guys. We'll have this up here. If you've been along in the other watch-alongs that we've done, this obviously isn't something where we are talking the entire time like a traditional post-game reaction stream. But if people do want to call in here tonight, again, feel free. I'm happy to have callers. I'm happy to have or hear people's thoughts on tonight's game. Just generally watch along with us. We're down to do that. Down to take some calls. Think we'll probably end up seeing this thing start around 7:15-ish. I should have put my jersey on. I think it's been bad luck each time I've worn it, though. But I should have put it on. I wasn't even thinking. Just sat down at the screen and watched. Started it. Yeah, if people do want to call in, you can send me a message on Instagram. You can send me a message on Twitter. Obviously, if you're following me or going to go to Twitter there, at Zack Phillips, ZackPhill. Same on Instagram, but I think it's Zack Phillips _ on there. If you do want, otherwise, you can just go to Discord. If you have me on Discord, feel free to send me a message. I'm happy to get people in here to watch along with me, talk about the game, talk about everything that's going down, goals, reactions, whatever. So I'll give you guys as well, once the game starts, a little bit of a countdown on the clock so you know where I'm at. If you want to slow down, sync up with me. If you want to be in the same spot of the game, feel free. If you want to watch ahead, whatever it is, I don't really care. That's all up to you guys. Feel free to do whatever you want to do, but we are currently getting ready to do the anthem here on the screen. It looks like I don't have volume on. I'm gonna test something actually. I don't think you guys can. Okay, I think I could play it, and I don't think you guys can hear it through the stream. If you can, let me know. Trying the audio out there. If you're watching right now as well, and you haven't already, please hit that like button here on the stream. Subscribe here to the channel. I appreciate all the support. We did recently hit 1,000 subscribers here. We're going to try to continue to build that up. Want to get up to 2,000. That's the next goal. So if you're here right now watching along, please hit that subscribe button, like the stream for tonight. And I also do see question in here. I'll answer questions throughout the stream here tonight as well. Blair Ogden, do you play hockey? Currently, yes, obviously just men's league or whatever, but currently, yes, I do. And then as for, did I play hockey? Yes, I did. I played minor hockey all the way through until university and then gave it up. And then that was the point where I switched over and just started playing men's league hockey for fun. But yes, was playing high level competitive hockey all the way through until the end of grade 12. I see Devin Sr. saying, is Sammy in net tomorrow? I am interested to see what happens. I didn't really expect him to be called back up. I didn't think that was going to happen. I was more under the impression that Samsonov was going to be down there for a while. I thought we might get to see Hildeby play. Seems like that wasn't the case. There was no interest in having him go in any of the games over the last little while. They kind of just completely bypassed that whole thing. Martin Jones plays way too much, played way more there than I was expecting him to. And then they send Hildeby down. Obviously, they want him to still be able to play games and still continue to develop. But I don't understand why they couldn't have just given Hildeby one of those games. You played Anaheim on a back-to-back after LA, which it's not like Martin Jones faced a crazy workload, but he still played in LA on the West Coast there after some travel, moving across country, different time zone, and you just jam him back in the net against the Anaheim Ducks the next day. Like, do you not trust the team enough to be able to go in net ahead of him? Do you not trust the team enough to be able to ahead of Hildeby? Like, what was the problem there? Why couldn't they do that? Why couldn't they have gotten Hildeby into that game? Then you play San Jose on the Saturday. Okay, you want to get Martin Jones to play, that's fine. I can understand that. But now you come back from the travel, you got another game against San Jose here at home. Now why can't Hildeby go into that game? Like, I these are the ones that I just didn't understand. I didn't get why they couldn't have like found ways to get him into those games. I understand them sending him back if he's not going to play, being like, all right, we can't have this young kid just up here not playing games. Like, you have an opportunity to go down and go play. But yeah, I don't know. I've seen some theories online that basically people are saying Samsonov got called up so that Hildeby could go down and play the game last night, and then they might bring Hildeby back and then try to get him into the game on Sunday. I think that would be kind of interesting if they did that. I'm not really like banking on that. I don't really trust a lot of what they say with this team right now, or what they're saying with how they're going to deploy some of these guys in certain situations. I just don't really understand. I feel like Sheldon Keefe just continuously gives lip service. But I don't know. I could see that being the case if they did bring him back up. I just don't know how you're going to go about this, because I think at that point you also have to send Samsonov back down. Blair, thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Anthem's done. Matthew's approaching center ice here. This is where we're at. I'll give you guys a countdown as it goes along as well. If you're watching the stream, thank you, Blair. If you're watching the stream, please hit that like button. All right, ready? Puck drop. So you're at 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 50. There you go. It's off the screen. Well, tough start there. I mean, that's probably not the ideal way to go about that one. Avalanche come flying down into your zone, have what seems to be a pretty dangerous opportunity immediately. I told you, like, this is a team that just plays like that's a very good opportunity for Colorado there. But pretty good save from Jones as well. Holy shit. Hits off the leg in front and then deflects in on him. I told you, Colorado, they're just going to play Colorado Avalanche hockey. Like, they don't care. They don't care if they are, if you're the Maple Leafs. They don't care if you are the Anaheim Ducks. It doesn't matter. They're going to play the exact same way every single night. They treat the opponent the exact same way every single night as well. All right, Blair. I appreciate that. If you do spoil or whatever, you see something you want to react to, feel free. You don't have to hold back. I more so just wanted to tell everyone else where I'm at so that if you're watching something and I haven't reacted, you'll at least have some understanding of why that might be the case, because I haven't seen it happen yet. If that happened. Yes, I do play lacrosse. Played summer lacrosse, and then next year going to play fall lacrosse as well on weekends. Field only now. I used to play box lacrosse as well. Played junior lacrosse after, but just field lacrosse now. Okay, you guys got to tell me as well if you can hear. Whoa, that's loud. If you guys can hear the stream or the game audio. Max, thank you. Appreciate that. Glad you're here. Oh, U15 Northman lacrosse. Okay. Played against the Northmen growing up. I was with Newmarket, the Redbirds. Also, Max, I saw your question earlier. Kind of a cold, I guess. Not really, though. Like, I'm not really sick. I had to walk through the rain home from work the other day, and then that ended up, I think, it gave me a little bit of, so probably actually a cold, but it gave me a little bit of stuffed nose, and then that was what I was battling through. This Leafs third line, Keefe basically only trusts them to start in the offensive zone. I get looking at them and being like, yeah, you're not the most like defensively responsible, but you have Yarncroke and you have Holmberg out there for the most part with them. Now, I guess you've changed up the lines a little bit, but if you have those guys with Domi, I think it kind of offsets the lack of defensive responsibility, I guess. It's a bag of food. No, I cannot. I'm not allowed. If I do that, channel gone. We worked all the way to get this back. Whoa. Blair, pretty cool. Do you play sports? Do you play hockey or lacrosse? Oh my God, Matthews ripped and blocked. Matthews is a beast. Like, JW, Zach, thoughts on our power play zone entry? I think it's borderline pathetic. So many times we just need 3 more strides to gain the zone, but instead we drop it back and then log jam on the line, waste of 40 seconds. Yeah, so like last year's power play zone entry really pissed me off a lot because they would do the double hinge where you would go Riley skate up, drop back to Matthews, Matthews skate up, drop back to Riley, and then now you had three guys basically standing still with Riley up there across the blue line, and then whoever Matthews or Marner was the first guy up, they now join into the blue line. You got four guys stagnant across the line, and then it's shut down and it's like so clogged up because now you're going to have the penalty killing unit as well being on the other side holding up and suffocating that line. I like Benoit. I that's a tough turnover, but and then the other thing is like it just becomes a big traffic jam, and now you have to chip the puck in and go and recover it, or you're going to turn it over at the blue line. Now it's high risk because you're going to have four guys across, one guy going in, everyone else is flat-footed. The opposing team is going to be facing up ice. They can go the other way quickly. But they changed it up a little bit this year, and I liked it a whole lot more. They seem to just kind of get a little too fancy with it, though, sometimes, where they'll go the one drop back to Matthews or Marner on either side of the ice. They go up together, and then they either pass the puck across and change which side of the ice you enter the zone in, or they would just end up skating straight in. I kind of like that one. It's more just like when they make these last second decisions, last second plays, where like you're right before the blue line and you're trying to make some fancy play, fancy pass, whatever. That's where it becomes a problem. That's where I'm like, there's no need to do this. You're going to end up doing what you're talking about with it, adding 40 seconds, adding an extra 30, potentially risking turning the puck over. You're also now entering the offensive zone a lot of times on the power play, not with the puck on your stick, not with possession. Like you're on the power play. You should be able to. Francis, coming in hot there, brother. Thanks, Blair. Also, it's a bag of food. Yeah, sorry, I can't show it. If you want to watch the game yourself, there's a site called Stream, and then it's a direction that's not north, west, or south. Search that up, Stream, fill in the missing word, not north, west, or south, and then you can go and watch any sport, any event. Max, do you know where we got Benoit from? Yes, Benoit was with Anaheim. He's young. I don't know how long he was there. Yeah, he's 25. I think he spent his whole career to start there. Yeah. He was there. He was with the AHL team in San Diego 2018-19. Then again 19-20. Then he started to get a couple games called up in 2020, 2021. Then he played most of this 21-22 season there. He played the entire 22-23 season. And now he's played 25 games with the Leafs up here this year. Goal. Oh, I don't have the goal horn here.
Having the time of his life.
I forgot about this. Is that going to be a high stick? He definitely touched it. Oh, no, he doesn't touch it. It hits Manson in the chest. That's Domi's goal. Nice. Blair, you know the linesman? Max, we signed him, UFA. Nice. It's good for Domi there. No high stick. There's no way that that thing touched Holmberg. It clearly touched Manson, hit him in the chest. You could also see how he was turning, that it hit him and kind of deflected that thing in. I think Holmberg missed it. When you saw the shot from behind Domi, it looked pretty clear that that was what was going on. But we signed Simone Benoit. Yeah, so does not hit Holmberg. Man, Manson's a guy that I would have loved to have on this Leafs team. Wow. That was one I wanted when Colorado went. Like, Colorado, man. You have Taves. You had Johnson, Gerard, Byram. Makar, obviously. And they said, let's go out and add Manson. Like, seem just adding. Like, think about that D versus what ours. You know? And they went on and won a Stanley Cup. So, good for them. Very dehydrated, chats. Very dehydrated. If you guys are watching right now, please hit that like button here on the stream. Half of the people watching right now have not liked the stream. I know that these ones are going to be smaller viewership. I'm okay with that. I understand that. I think that this is one of those things as well that if you want to see my honest reaction throughout the game, watching things happen, breaking things down as it goes along, this is one of those ones where I'm not going to do the post game. I won't be live after the game here, but you could watch this back after the fact. It'll be ready to go. You can tune in. You can tune in right away after the fact, watch the video back, and see how I felt about the entire game. We also will give, obviously, some closing thoughts to things, and as the third period wraps up one way or another, we'll discuss what went on and how this game has played out and my thoughts on everything there. But yeah, I think these are fun. If you guys like them, we can do more of them. We'll try to do some. It'll probably end up being a little bit longer because we'll roll the watch along into right into the post game streams moving forward a little bit. Tonight we'll just do the watch along, see how it goes. But yeah, we'll try things out. Jeremy, Zach, I was looking at prices for Rangers at Leafs. What the hell, man? Do people actually pay that? Jeremy, yes, they do. And yeah, I know, it's tough. It's tough. My car is so good, man. Oh my god. Is that Matthew's stick that got that tipped wide? So I saw chat was saying Riley got into the All-Star game. I didn't see that yet. I did see the Nylander got in. I saw Draisaitl got in. Also, by the way, the NHL All-Star Game is the biggest joke. Like, you want to have a serious league, or you want to market your stars, you want your league to be taken seriously, or you want this All-Star Game at least to be taken seriously, you can't be sending, like, Boone Jenner. I get it. He's having a good season on Columbus at least, but, like, he's not having an all-star season. Like, you need to have all-stars in your all-star game. You need to have all-stars in your all-star game. Like, I think it's absurd. I think it's so pathetic to have one minimum, one representative from every team. Like, this is the biggest, that tip was close. The biggest, like, participation trophy mindset ever. It's just, I can't understand that. Like, it's not necessarily the greatest product on the ice anyways, and I think that's fine. You're going to have a hard time doing that just based on the nature of what hockey is. They had the same problem in football, But this is not a... Like, this is not an all-star game. You're not having all-stars in the game. So what the hell are we doing? Gregor? Good try. Great follow-up there by Bobby McMahon, by the way, as well, because you could have easily... Oh, my God, Gregor. Big hit there. You could have easily skated past, slowed up, whatever, but he follows up and goes right to the net. That's what you got to appreciate. Brian, just here till the puck drops in St. Louis at 8. Go Bruins. Hate the Leafs, but respect them and their fans. I just love hockey. Brian, appreciate it as well. Appreciate you showing up to the live stream here tonight. I see you in the comments a lot, so appreciate the support here on the channel. Appreciate you being here, and yeah, hang out with us until 8 o'clock. Blair Ogden, Zach, my cousin got drafted to the NHL. Pretty cool. Who is it? Arnav, wow, Leafs got lucky. Hope they can build momentum from it and weather the avalanche that's coming. Would you say they weather the storm? Oh, nice try, Nylander. Way to battle back for that puck, too. Rory Cairns. Yeah, Gord. JT is obviously... Oh, cool. Cool, Blair. JT is obviously a massive wall guy. Oh, he signed with the Flames, too. He's with the AHL team. Cool. Blair. Blair, you got a lot going on there, brother. Your brother's playing lacrosse. You're playing soccer. You've met Sheldon Keefe. Your cousin's drafted to the NHL. 3 shots to 3 shots 10 minutes into the first period is pretty wild right now. What is McKinnon going on about in this faceoff? Where's stick down? Yeah, Gord, I like that fourth line as well. It was a nice pass by Riley to Matthews there. Kind of telegraphed it a little bit. Like, I think everyone in the world knew it was coming there, but still. Yeah, that fourth line is pretty good. I like them. I like the impact that they have on the game, where it's like that energy, high intensity, can create some offense, create chances. Oh, what a pass. Blair? Yeah, I'm down. If anybody wants to call into the show here tonight, especially during the game, during intermissions, whatever it is, you're more than welcome to. Just send me a message on whatever platform you can. I'm also going to have someone build up a Discord for me, I think, as well, so that I can connect with everyone. Oh, what a play, Riley. Oh, what a play, Riley.
Having the time of his life.
What a pass by Matthews to Marner. And then Riley. Coast to coast. That shot, holy... How did he get that up like that? That was disgusting. That was disgusting. Devon Taves. That's all-star Morgan Riley to you. That's just great pressure by Riley too, though. This is exactly how you got to come out and start against a team like Colorado. You're at home, Saturday night, they come in here, you know that they're going to bring pressure. The very first shift, that's probably not a great play, though, by Holmberg there. You know that they're going to come into this game ready to go with energy, with intensity, and you've taken a 2-0 lead 12 minutes into the first here. I had a buddy last night as well telling me that Riley should have been the captain. I actually think a couple of them telling me last night. I do think Goody was probably right when he talked about the idea that there's probably something in the contract or talking to Tavares about, like, you come here, you be the captain of the Maple Leafs, you leave the island, you give up the C there, leave the team that drafted you, you come to Toronto, you get paid a ton of money, you get the C, you get the sponsorship deals forever. Good forecheck there by Nylander as well. Now you got to get back, but to everyone who might be tuning in here for the first time to this channel, we don't normally do the Camp, come on. You got to commit to that. You got to either get that pass to Bertuzzi into the middle of the ice to allow it to get out, or you actually have to get it out yourself, because now Colorado coming back the other way. McKinnon, Drew, and Rantanen getting some pretty solid opportunities here against you. And that starts with Camp not getting this puck out of the zone. You better get it out here. There you go. Oh. Makar just down Broadway makes a beautiful pass there. Fake shot pass. Just missed the tip. I love Benoit, man. Finishes every check, hits everyone. He says, I don't care. I'm not a hands guy. I'm not a skill guy. I'm not going to score goals. McCabe. That is a terrible pass. Oh, that tip by Drouin. Nice pass by Matthews. Holmberg down Broadway. Are you seeing these videos out of Arrowhead Stadium right now with the water freezing? It's insane. Blair? No, I do not. I don't really play video games that much. I kind of just don't have time. If I'm not on streams for work, like outside of this, then I'm on streams for this. So I don't really play that much. I have considered in the past, I've thought about it before, the idea of doing streams of playing games, especially in the summer, like doing be a GM mode and stuff and like trying to do some live stuff there. I don't know. I don't know if you guys would have interest. I don't know if it would be worth the time or the money to set up and stream that stuff throughout the summer, especially when there's minimal news to kind of just keep the channel going. If that's something you guys would be interested in, obviously let me know if you want to do tournaments or whatever. Or if you just want to see me play video games, I would probably just play NHL on there. That's something I could probably do, but I don't want to spend the money and take the time to do that if there's going to be no interest. Also, Gord, I'm sorry about your Browns. I think they got pumped by the Texans. Lilligren. All right, well, I'll look into it. I'll look into how we can figure out how to set up NHL stuff. That was an absolute mad scramble there. This third line again. Also, great win off the draw there by Domi. Pretty good play by Lilligren or Yarncrook, excuse me, coming around the net, receiving that pass from Lilligren, making a good play. And then Holmberg in front, just creating shit. But see, this is where you got guys going to the net hard. Creating opportunities, jamming away at pucks. Good stuff by Lilligren to be able to get in there and finish that one. So, nice. Good stuff. This is probably the best first period. This is probably the best first period I think I've seen this Leafs team play maybe all year. There you go. There's the text from my dad. The dreaded 3-goal lead, and it's in the first period. Will the Leafs leaf themselves? Would not be shocked. Blair... Yes, I am. I watched the Texans game. Obviously not going to be watching the Chiefs game that much because I'm going to be here with you guys. If I was not here, I would be sitting in the living room with it. But yeah. No, Brian, you can stay. You've got 14 minutes left. You can stay. There's 4 minutes left in this third period. You're not going anywhere. If you are, good luck. You're staying. Sorry, I'm trying to... Nice. Zach, my brother's trying out for AAA hockey soon. Any tips? He's not big, but he can hit and move the puck well. I would say that no matter what you do, whatever your skill, that was a horrible play by Giordano at the blue line there. Can't get it in, can't keep it in the zone. Turns around, makes a panic backhand pass 30 feet away from where his D partner is, and then now you're racing back. That could have ended up horribly. Blair, in terms of your brother trying out, all I would say really is whatever his strengths are, make sure to show those. You don't have to go wild trying to show that these other things that you might be able to do when you have things that you're really good at. Show them that you're really good at that. The other thing in tryouts, especially at some of the younger ages, listen. Whatever the coach is saying, if he's given a drill, make sure you do the drill 100%. Like you give it everything you've got going into the drill. Make sure that you are paying attention to the instructions. You're paying attention to when and where you're supposed to be places. I think those are pretty important, especially at the younger age, like just attention to detail. What AAA team? Brian, I watched a little PWHL today, Boston versus Montreal. Hard to get super excited for it, but I really hope it takes off. I would say that the issue for me with what they did with that league is it felt like they just rushed it. Like, I'm happy for them. I hope it takes off as well. You obviously want women's sports to be able to be in a place where girls can grow up and say, I want to play professionally, and they can do that for a living. 100% on board with that, fully support it. What I would say is that I think the people running these leagues are not doing them any justice in terms of sustainability and being able to help them out. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand what the rush was to get this league up and going. Like, yeah, you obviously want them to get back and play, but did you need to not have logos to start your league? Like, I'm obviously a huge lacrosse fan. I watch the PLL. They at least had uniforms and branding and logos. They've adapted and changed things over the last 4 years, but they came out and started with them. That's actually not a bad idea, do good. Jeremy, I should do some what? There's nothing in there. You just said that you should do some. Do some what? Oh, lacrosse streams. Went to Keefe with all a bunch of the guys that moved on to play. You know Drake Porter? I could do some lacrosse streams in the summer, maybe. All right, minute left. Yeah, Jeremy, yeah. Minute left. This is where you want to see this Leafs team shut things down. Like, sloppy play here a little bit in the own zone. Oh, third line. I don't want this to be a negative thing for this third line where it's like you create a couple opportunities, Domi scores, Liljegren gets the goal there with you guys out there. You have a great offensive zone pressure and possession. Don't let this thing end poorly where you're going to be having a sour taste in your mouth. 15 seconds left. One last rush. Gregor wheeling. Oh! Yo, Jeremy, do we go? Yeah. Fucking Stoner's dad says, Stoner dads, get Sean Evans on the lacrosse stream. Any lacrosse players possible. I would be happy to have hockey players on these ones as well here on the post-game streams, on watch-alongs, whatever it is. We can get some guys in the playoffs maybe. That would be pretty cool. Maybe if we can get some guys in person. Ryan, thank you. Appreciate you showing some support here. End of the first period. Good luck. Now we all know, by the way, too, if this thing goes downhill, if the Leafs start playing poorly in the second and the third, it's not the Leafs' fault. This is Brian's fault because he showed up here. But Brian, enjoy the game. Kind of good luck to your Bruins. Like, I mean, I say that like more for you, not for the Bruins themselves, if that makes sense, and if you could respect that. Arnav, all right, break this down, Zach. How did the Leafs do? All right, let's talk about this first period. I talked about it going into this game here. It was a concern of mine. It was something that I've discussed. Yeah, also Biz on the panel. It's something that I've discussed all year long when it comes to this team and wanting to see it from them, wanting to see them prove it. You play up and you play down to your level of competition, 100%. We all know that this is what this Leafs team does every single night. We cannot avoid it. Like you just cannot pretend that does not happen. Now, you've got a team here tonight that I think is a pretty consistent team. Even if they're not getting results like maybe here 3-0 in the first period, you're not going to get the results. Them, Vegas, Dallas, Florida, Tampa, they stick to an identity. They consistently play with an identity. And I think Colorado's done that here tonight. I just think that the Leafs have played now their best first period that they played all season. Like Max is saying, we all knew the Leafs would show up tonight. We weren't playing against Buffalo. Like, yeah, we knew that the Leafs are going to be ready to go into this one, or if we're hoping that they were going to be ready to go at least. You'd like to think that. But you know that Colorado is going to come out and they're going to be ready to play. And they did. The first shift of the game, they created a prime opportunity. They've created some good chances here. It's not like the Leafs have been perfect on defense. It's not like they've been porous, giving up a lot, but Colorado's still able to create their chances. It's whether or not you can weather that storm that the Avs are going to be able to bring and going to be able to pour on in kind of these big waves that'll come at you. I think that this is the best first period we've seen the Leafs play maybe this year because they came out ready to go. The very first shift, yeah, Colorado has an opportunity, but that doesn't dictate how the Leafs go from there. They're now creating chances. They're carrying play. They're creating pressure. They're turning things up ice. They're getting down into the Colorado zone. They're able to hold things up in there, create offensive zone time, maintain some possession, make some opportunities happen. Sorry, I just saw a question in the chat there. JW Gord, did you make the Don Cherry intro or was it Zach? It's so good. It was me. I made that one. But yeah, this first period was perfect. Now you have to figure out a way to match this in the second. And you're not going to have a perfect period. I mean, perfect was probably the wrong word that I could have used there. It's probably the wrong word that I could have used. No, it's me, Gord. I'm the one who made that intro. I made the intro. But that was near perfection. Or basically, that's like hockey perfect, where, yeah, there's mistakes. In a game of hockey, you're never going to play a perfect game, but you can get as close as you possibly can with a game like, or a period like that one. You can get right there. You can create opportunities. You can carry play, hold the Avalanche to minimal chances, or be able to weather the storm of those chances, be able to turn things up ice, be able to transition. That was a great first period. Great first period. Few mistakes here and there, but you played some pretty good hockey. You made some good decisions. You got some contribution from your third line, Max Domi goal. This Liljegren goal that I'm watching here on the broadcast right now. Yeah, Max. The less the fans care about beating the team we are playing against, the better the Leafs play. Take the Islanders as an example. They mock Johnny T all the time. We've lost 3/4 of the game, 3 out of 4 against them. Why? Because we as fans, we like to beat them. Avs, we don't really care much about. So, of course, they show up. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it does feel like that's the case. Sorry, I'm watching these highlights. I get caught up in... yeah, Max, reading your comments. You don't like me reading your comments? That's what they're here for. That's why you guys send this stuff. If you are watching right now and you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe here to the channel. But yeah, I mean, that's nearly as perfect of a first period as you could play for the Leafs there. Now, here's the thing. Can you hold on? Because the Avs are not going to fold. They're not going to give up. They're not just going to wither away and disappear here. They are going to continue to bring pressure. They're probably going to come out even harder here into the second period. How are you going to handle that? Can you handle that? Zach, imagine a Leafs versus Colorado final in the playoffs. I'll be honest, I think just based on team construction right now, Colorado wins over the course of 7 games. I know where we're at right now, 3-0 through the first period, but I do think that just based on the way that these two teams, if you were to just take them right now, go into the playoffs with them, 7 games, I think that the Avs beat the Leafs. But then it's also, what kind of goaltending are you going to get on either side? Who's going to show up? Are they going to show up? How are they going to play? All that kind of stuff can be very, very decisive in these series. Oh my God. I'm hoping for Cedric Wilson first TD. I'm also looking for a Matthews goal. Denver, Zach, why are you hating on the Leafs? They're a good team, man. Lots of talent. I don't think I hate on them. It would be exciting. I think that Colorado is just a little bit better constructed or better suited in a series against this Leafs team, because I think that they've got a good coach, Badner. They all seem to like him a lot. Seems pretty smart, makes some good decisions, capable of holding guys accountable. I think their biggest concern right now would probably be goaltending. What do you got with your goalie? I don't think Georgiev stinks. I saw people talking about that earlier. I don't think he stinks, but there we go. Stream froze there. Try to figure that out. Debating. Okay, if anyone as well knows how on a Mac Studio, you know those like the desktop Macs that are like the cube. If you guys know how to run streams off of those for video games that you could plug a console into, specifically thinking PS4, let me know. I'll try to get that done. If it's going to require a PS5, then we might be out of luck here, guys. I never ask you guys for anything, but if you want me doing that, then you might need to up the viewership, up the subscribers, up the likes on the streams so that I could get that PS5. But as of right now, just rocking with the PS4 and no plans in the future to be paying for that little PS5. But if you guys know, you know how to do that, you know how to set that stream up, reach out. Happy to hear from people. Figure that out so that maybe in the post playoffs we can do some streams. We can do some video game streams, that is. Open up the different types of content. I'm going to get some NFL bets in here right now. If you guys are watching this and trying to figure out what I'm doing right now, let's get some NFL bets in. I don't know if you guys bet at all, but I'll play some stuff. We got a little bit of time. We'll go. I'm taking from someone else right now. I'm watching what they're putting in, and I'm gonna take these. We got Devon A-Chain first TD. A-Chain first TD plus 1,200. I will bet that. Do good, you need a capture card that connects to the HDMI port on your console as your PS5 cannot capture and stream your gameplay simultaneously. Do good, thank you. We'll screenshot that. That is pretty important. That is a good thing to note. Do good, thank you very much. Can't recognize my face, okay? Denver saying, look at Mike Babcock. He wasn't great with the Leafs either. I would disagree. I think he was pretty good. The problem that you had was a severe lack of interest in adapting, and that was very clearly not something that was going to work here in Toronto with these guys. I mean, I don't know for sure. It would be 100% speculation, but you can kind of get a guess of who that might not have been very well received by. The other thing is, if you're going to take who he is as a coach or his actual coaching ability versus who he is as a person and a people person. Those are two very, very different conversations. He's clearly like a piece of shit human being in how he handles things, how he treats people, how he treats teammates, or not teammates, the players on the team. I don't know what it was like for the coaching staffs or anything like that, but very, very clearly, like, just was not good from that standpoint. Maybe that was the problem. Like, I think the one thing is that no matter how hard Torts is on guys or how aggressive he is in the media or whatever, you can tell, or you can at least assume that Torts is a good person. I just say that based on the kind of the interactions that he has publicly, the way he kind of makes things out to be with what he's supporting, and the way he backs his players, he protects his players. Like, even look what happened with the Kevin Hayes situation there with Torts. Like, this guy's talking about the fact that, yeah, him and Kevin Hayes didn't get along, but he went on to basically say, like, we might not have agreed on the way you play the game, but he's a great person. So don't put that bullshit on him that he's the reason that Cutter Gauthier left. Like, don't do, like, what are we doing here? I think that drives a lot of respect in the room. I think guys will get up for that. I think still that it has a lifespan where you're not going to be, like, that probably doesn't last for a long time, where it's going to be sustainable, where you could kind of look at him. Man, I'm debating this or no. I gotta. Okay, also, these are the bets that I just placed. A-Chain first TD, Cedric Wilson first TD, Justin Watson first TD. Yeah, I mean, I would pretty much agree with what you guys are saying in here in the chat. I'm reading through a lot of this. The idea here is, like, I think you don't need some coach who's going to come in and, like, piss everyone off, but I think you need a coach who can hold people accountable, who provides consequences for actions or level of play or performance or whatever it is, mistakes. You don't have to be sitting in the press box, but Torts sits Bobby Brink, sits Morgan Frost. Like, these are highly skilled players out there that he's not just saying, hey, yeah, you guys are allowed to make mistakes or not play hockey the way I want it to be played or play hockey the Flyers way, whatever. He's built a culture there in Philly where they're buying in. They are playing a very certain style that is hard, it's aggressive, it is responsible, and if you're not going to play that way, then you're not going to play at all. And we just don't have that here in Toronto with Keefe. We just don't. You guys get the stream to 50 likes, I'll do smelling salts. I'm not doing it for anything less than that, though. I do have a price on some of these guys. We're at 28 likes there. We need 22 more. Hit the like button. If you're watching, you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, obviously, but hit the like button. There, subscribe. Turn on notifications. You get notified every time we go live like this. Every time we do post-game streams, post-game reactions, or videos come out like the one we did the other day talking about Corey Perry. Also, if people want to call in and talk about what's going on with this team, ideas, thoughts, things you want to see on the channel, I'm happy to break it down with you guys. Denver, say what you will, I think the Leafs are going to break through. Oh, game on, yeah, sorry. I mean, I don't think people... We'll see. We'll see with Keefe. Brody, terrible decision there. Terrible decisions. Trevor, I didn't know you went live during games. Yeah, I did last year a little bit. I did for every playoff game last year. I probably will get back to that point again this year during the playoffs, but obviously with the channel being smaller than where we were last year, I think last year we were around 4.5K subscribers come playoff time there. It was a little bit different, so we had a lot more people in these watch-alongs. I'm obviously still happy to do them, happy to come hang out with you guys during these games. I think it's a cool opportunity because you just go about it a little differently. In the post games, people are asked a lot of questions, obviously, call in and break down like things that happen specifically in the game. You can get a little bit more of like a serious game breakdown. I think that this channel especially does a pretty good job of having like humor and comedic aspect and things where it's a little bit more fun than it is just like a serious post-game analysis. But I think that these watch-alongs provide a little bit more of an opportunity to kind of just hang out with you guys more than anything. Still watch the game, still break down, give my thoughts, give immediate reactions to goals for, goals against, good plays, bad plays. You guys can kind of see my thoughts as things happen. I'll break all those down. You guys can ask questions throughout the live streams, throughout the watch-alongs. I'm very, very happy to do that. Just wanted to try something else out. I thought this was a cool game here tonight to be able to do this for the Avs. Obviously, in my opinion, one of the best teams, one of the top contenders to win the Cup every single year over the last, 5-6 years now. This Leafs team, this is a measuring test. Wanted to just see how the stream would go here tonight, doing this watch along. Not going to be live post really that much. We'll kind of just recap a little bit of what went down, do a play of the game, do a grade of the game, and then get out of here. But yeah, wanted to try it out. Martin Jones, look, I know some people have disagreed with me. You need good goaltending, obviously, so that's not what I'm trying to say. But I strongly believe that, to win a cup, you don't need the best goaltender anymore. You need the goaltender who's playing the best. You can have an above-average goaltender who isn't a star, isn't paid a lot of money. Probably best that your goalie actually isn't paid a lot of money. I think that's best for long-term success if your goalie isn't. Rasheed Rice, first touchdown. That sucks. Arctic Monkey 3. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone who's in the chat watching this live. Thanks everyone who subscribed to the channel so far. I do appreciate all the support. Oh, I should have had volume on. That's the problem. In my ears. There we go. That was a penalty. What just happened there? Oh, offside. I was going to say they never touched it, but I guess they were just saying... How much do you guys think Nazem Kadri regrets going to Calgary? It's not like the weather in Colorado is like majestic, but competitive team. He did win the cup, so like maybe it's a little bit of a different story, but very competitive team, contender. He'd still be a very relied upon stud player there. Maybe not making as much money, but Calgary, the weather, what a save by Jones. Holy. That's, yeah. I have concerns with Gio here. I think if you're going to win the cup, you probably can't have him playing as much as he does. Leafs getting another one. We're going to go in 5-on-3 here. They're going to get another power play. Leafs special teams has stunk. Let's be real. Camp's not being great this year either. That was brutal. Brody leaves that puck to not play it because he doesn't want to go on the 5-on-3. Trying to get it through it. McKinnon was literally giving him the puck. That was so stupid. That was beyond stupid. I don't know. Well, I mean, Reginald, I think that that's probably a little harsh. Saying a bum like Drouin, he's playing on the Avs first line and first power play unit, so saying a bum like Drouin, I think is probably a little egregious. That's on Brody there. That's beyond stupid. JW. AM34 scores game winner with 4 minutes left in the third. All right. Oh my God. Watch McKinnon attack on that power play zone entry. You see how easy that was for him? The only guy on the Leafs who really does that is Nylander. Kampf needs to pick up his level of play. Oh my God, McKinnon. This guy's disgusting. Also, everyone talking about how special number 16 is because he plays on the penalty kill too. I'm pretty sure I see number 88 out there right now as well. Good stick by him, good breakup, and now you're going the other way. Perfect. Yeah. Having a guy like McKinnon on your team would be sick to watch. Trip. Shot attempt by Domi there. All right, Leafs power play. Go to work. Oh. Good save by Jones, just staying square. Oh, it's kind of a soft call. I'm not gonna lie. He definitely got his stick in on him, but I think that that's a bit of a soft call there. So the Leafs got Nylander, Riley, and Marner into the All-Star game with Matthews. The final 7 All-Stars voted in was Nylander, Marner, Riley, Demko, Pettersson, Miller, Besser. JM, yes. When it comes back on, I'm in a commercial right now. When they start it, I will tell you and do a countdown of what time we're at so that you guys know where I'm at. Let's get a power play goal here. Matthews. Why not? Yeah. Matthews, Marner, Nylander. Riley, no JT. As in Tavares, because there is a JT there. Just from a different team. Leafs 6th ranked power play. Just feels like it should be more because of the talent that they have on this team. I just don't get some of it. Avs chance the other way, like this is just who they are, man. I can't. See, Nylander's the guy on this Leafs team who does the zone entries. They also do that a lot. Missing the net, rips around the glass all the way back to your own zone. Like, this is a very common theme with these guys. You're just wasting time. Insane. Good play. There you go. Another one. Oh, kept in. I think that this second unit almost is more enjoyable to watch to an extent, where it's like they're not trying to be globetrotters. They're just making simple plays and taking advantage of the fact that they've got a little bit more time with one more player on the ice. That was a pretty good look by Brody there to Gregor. I think you got to receive that one. Oh my God. Gregor chasing down Makar. God. Yeah, like, I think, okay, obviously you don't want to be, like, throwing the puck away and forcing stuff, but, like, I think that second unit goes out there and they just play a little bit more freely. Like, it's like they have that intensity of when, holy, Nylander chasing down Taves there. It's like that little bit of extra intensity when you're, like, short or when you pull the goalie at the end of the game. You just have an extra attacker and you're just taking advantage with, like, a little bit of urgency going on where you're like, we got to score here. We've got more guys than them. Like, take advantage of open space, moving the puck quickly, trying to spread things out quickly. Like, it's urgent. they feel like they do that. I feel like the first unit is kind of like set up, pass, 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 and there's nothing wrong with setting up and trying to get a good look. Like, you don't want to force things, like I said, but it just feels like some of those opportunities come easier to that second unit. Maybe just strictly because of the fact that they don't rely so much on their skill, if that makes sense. Anybody watching this Dolphins game as well know what's going on there? 7-0 Kansas City. They scored with like a minute into the game, I think. I love watching these guys on the bench talk and try to figure out. You can see how intently Mackinnon is speaking to Duran there. Like, it's with things in mind. What are you talking about, Glenn? Yeah, Gord, I told you the Browns got smoked by the Texans. The magic ran out for Mr. Joe Flacco. Yeah, did you guys see that? It looks like Landeskog's going to come back for the playoffs, kind of do a Kucherov. I think that this injury is actually a little bit more severe, what Landeskog has, obviously, but and like worthy of keeping him out. But yeah, it looks like he won't be coming back until playoffs. Damn. Good play, good protection there by Nylander around the net. Good hustle down into the zone, gets the puck. Oh my God. Oh, Nyes lost his stick. See, this is unfortunate. Nyes loses his stick here. Matthews goes to make a breakout pass to him, not realizing he doesn't have a stick. Ends up basically being a perfect pass to the Colorado defenseman. Puck bounces to Rantanen as Nyes is trying to pick up his stick. Barry. Colorado plus 800. It would have been a good bet. Glenn, what are you on about right now? I don't even know if I want to acknowledge that. Leafs are leafing it, yeah. You want to know the text that my dad sent? The dreaded 3-goal lead, and it's in the first period. Will the Leafs leaf themselves? That was at 7:45. We kind of need the Leafs big boys to show up here. Like McKinnon, Rantanen, Drouin, that line has looked pretty effective. They've looked pretty dangerous every time they're on the ice. It feels like the most effective line for the Leafs is being this third line. Gregor and McMahon have looked pretty good. And then outside of that, Nylander probably has also been one of the most effective players in this game. For the Leafs, that is. Also, I was reading that it was the Leafs D coach who made the decision to put McCabe on in OT with those guys because they felt like Riley is better with Nylander. You couldn't have put like Liljegren or something out there, like it's probably penalty. That's a jam job by Liljegren there, giving that pass to Nylander. You're giving a guy the puck who's in the same, if not a worse, situation than you are. Arnav, I feel another one coming from Avs. Leafs are not good enough. Avs are on the puck every time. Yeah, the Leafs went to sleep here in the second period. This has felt very, very Colorado. I mean, the first probably like 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes of this period, I think we're fine from Toronto. But from that point, this has felt very Colorado dominant. Like, good opportunities for them, good chances, a lot of possession in the Leafs zone. Leafs unable to get really much going in the offensive zone here. Like, it's not really felt at any moment that was a pretty good chance there, but that they've had some sustained pressure or some real dangerous chances. Now, as I'm saying this, there's 2 pretty decent ones. But they're sleeping. Look at McKinnon, man. This guy is insane. I love watching him play. My God. I love watching McKinnon play. It's so fun. It's so much fun. Craig Harrison, this team just sucks with the lead. How many games have they done this? Yeah. I mean, we'll see how it all closes out, obviously. It's not over. You got plenty of time left here to see if they can hold on to this, but Max, I would normally agree with you. It does feel like if the Leafs do that, though, a lot of times they do get punished for it. This team, man. Wow. Max, then we'd have an excuse. Yeah. So I say every game when I'm watching it. This team, man. Brody needs to be improved on. Like, they need to... There's a miscomm there between Matthews and Nyes. They need to upgrade on him 100%. They don't necessarily have to get rid of him. I don't even know how you might go about getting rid of him, but you need an upgrade there. He just has not been good enough, and you can see him falling off. You can see some of it getting to him, whether it's the minutes played, the games played, the matchups, like how much is put on him. But come on, Nylander. Oh. Super chat here. I have no idea what's going on right now. Didn't play. Max, thank you for the super chat. Max says, this team, man, I felt that. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, Max. Yeah, if this second period just, it didn't feel like the Leafs put... It just didn't feel like they had what they had in the first period. Whether they took their foot off the gas, whether Colorado was just awoken and... All right. Well, two periods. First period was the best period I think I've seen them play all year. Um, First period was the best period I think I've seen them play all year. It's one of the best periods I've seen them play. It felt like in a very long time where you came out, you're ready to go, you're playing the Avalanche. They're coming here into your barn. They're going to be ready to go. They're going to be hyped up. They're going to want to take it to you. And then I said, like, well, what are you going to do in the second period? Gord talked about it the last time that he called into the show after the last game. I think that was on Thursday. And it's just like, can you put together 60 minutes? Like, are you a team that can put together 60-minute performances? Can you have some consistency? Maybe game to game, you might have like this game wasn't that great or whatever. But it's like you are consistently inconsistent now is what they're proving. They're showing that every time that they go out on the ice, they can have one incredible period, one shit period, then close it out with a mediocre period. And it's like you can basically consistently expect them to do that. Like that's their consistency is being inconsistent. And now I want to just see them. Why can't you dial things in? Like, why can't you tighten it up? Why can't you go into this game here tonight? The Avalanche come out in the second period and you just say, no, we're not going to let this happen. We're not going to let you take this pressure to us. We're not going to let you steamroll us. We're not going to do that. Like, we are going to step up. We are going to be this Stanley Cup contending team that everyone thinks we are. We say that we are. We're gonna handle this. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I saw the comment there from Max. Sometimes I wish I could be in there in the locker room and tell them, are they just better than you or do you not care? And I think that's a pretty good point. Like, that's what I get frustrated with is like, do you care? It feels like a lot of times they just don't. And maybe it is what it is, a total of an 82 game season hitting you. Maybe it's you just don't get there for it, but I don't understand because I watch some of these other teams like, yeah, the Avs as a whole might have off nights. They're going to lose games. They're going to lose to Anaheim, Arizona, whatever. But watch McKinnon. Every night, McKinnon cares. Like, this guy cares. He shows up and he performs and he's angry and he's intense. And I just feel like he would be so pissed off if he walked away from a game and someone had the takeaway that like, oh, you didn't give it everything you had tonight. You didn't show up or you didn't care. You didn't perform. You didn't maybe not perform, but like you didn't work hard. He would kill someone. I'm trying to find. There was a quote that he had about, or not a quote that he had. It was a comment about him and the meals that they were having, and he was like so pissed off that the team would not be eating healthy. Because he cares so much about the performance of the team, their intensity, their seriousness, all that stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't get why. I don't get it. If you guys are new right now to the stream, if you're new to this channel, whatever it is, please hit that like button, subscribe here to the channel, turn on notifications so you get notified every single time we go live. We did like a last minute kind of watch along for tonight's game. We'll finish this off after the third period, obviously, here, but hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate everyone who supports, who's been here throughout the entire show here tonight. It means a lot. I do appreciate that. What are we, an hour 45 in? But yeah, continue to support. Let's get this thing to 2,000. Let's get it to 2,000 subscribers here. And we do have a super chat here as well. Max, appreciate the super chat. Max asking, do you still have the gourd clip with the Don Cherry song? Max, I in fact do have that. Should I play it? Should I play it just for vibes? I'm gonna play it for some vibes.
Oh. Don't go changing. Do it your way. Go down blazing. Don't go changing. Do it your way. Go down blazing.
Sugar and spice, everything nice. Have a little class and do it right. I gotta say the way I feel.
That's right.
Buttercup, this is serious stuff.
I love the people.
You ready? Go. I don't get enough time in this show.
I love the people.
How's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. How you doing?
Lovely to look at and delightful to see.
Love the hat. A wise guy, eh?
You look good, really. You look good.
Don't go changing. Do it your way. Go down blazing. Don't go changing. Do it your way. Go down blazing. Doing that one for the old grapes. Go down blazing.
Gord's Corner. That is my favorites. Gord obviously not calling in here. He's in the chat. He's buzzing around in the chat, so I appreciate that. But, yeah, let's get some vibes high. Max, best money I ever spent. Yeah, I love that. I love the Gord's Corner theme song. Don't go changing. Do your way. Go down blazing. What a tune. What a tune. What a tune. All right, here's what all I'm expecting. Man, I just saw a photo. I went on Twitter to see some stuff. I just saw a photo of a charcuterie board right now. Oh my God, the things I would do for a charcuterie board at this moment in time. I would do some damage on a charcuterie right now. Whoa. Are you guys seeing this on Friedman talking about Cody Hodgson looking to make a return? He hasn't played since 2016. I wish him the best, but what the hell? I can't believe he just said Cody Hodgson is trying to make a comeback. Max, good question. Sign Perry or no? I put out a video talking about it the other day, so if you guys haven't watched that as well, go back and watch it. But I have two things here, okay? First and foremost, he needs to be I don't know the right word for it. He needs to be absolved of whatever went down in Chicago. Now, by the sounds of it and what Elliot, I think, had said on his podcast, is it seems like if this incident had taken place on any team other than the Blackhawks, he wouldn't have had his contract terminated. Like, they would have just handled it internally and he would have been fine. But given the current situation that's going on with the Blackhawks over the last couple of years, the fact that they're trying to usher in a new era, you've got new ownership, you've got new coaches, GMs, etc. They basically were like, no nonsense policy. Like, we just can't do this. We can't afford to have this. If that's the case, if things aren't actually that bad, if he can come back, if what he did isn't illegal, like what they're saying, the NHL is going to allow him to come back, which they're saying they would because they've reinstated him or whatever. That's the first piece. If that's all okay, then now you look into it. Now you kick tires. Second piece here is he's got to take league min. You're going to want to make other additions. You know that Corey Perry's going to be a fourth-line player. Like, that's what your expectation is. He's not going to jump up above into a third-line spot. He's not taking Yarncroke's spot. He's not taking Robertson's or Holmberg's on the left side. Like, he's not doing that. He's going to be on the fourth line. So you have to have reasonable expectations for what the contract would be and the fact that he's going to be coming in now late into the season. You've got to hope he's going to take between league min to basically, I would say, $1 million. I think if he's $1 million, then you're probably okay with that as well. But somewhere in that range, you have to do. If he's willing to take that, if he's willing to accept that deal, you do this. Okay? The first piece, is he going to be absolved? Is he allowed to come back based on NHL standards? Like, you don't want something to have happened, and then you're just going to go and be like, yeah, that's fine, we'll bring this guy in. If you can bring him in for league min, you do it. Like, you just do it. He's a guy that's a playoff performer. He drastically improves that fourth line there. He's got grit. Like, imagine him, Domi, Bertuzzi, McCabe together in a lineup in the playoffs. Like, that's hell. The other thing is with it, when you're going to talk about the contract, when you're talking about whether or not you would want to sign a guy like this or sign this guy, is like, you also want to make other moves. You want to be able to go and make some trades here ahead of the deadline and then at the deadline that are going to improve your team. And if he's going to come here and he's going to take up a bunch of money, that's probably not worth it, because you might be able to find similar players out there that might be able to fit into a trade like what you did with O'Reilly and Achari last year, where you go out and your main piece is O'Reilly, but an underrated, incredible piece, an incredible addition to your team was Noel Achari coming into the lineup. So if he's going to want or demand too much money, like, you can't let him push you around on that. But I think he would be an impact player. I think he would be very helpful to this team. I think he could help them take a step forward into taking it to the next level. I think he's the kind of piece that you're looking for to add. I don't know. I would be happy with having him here. It's just the right price. It's the yeah. Oh, dear God. I don't know if these NHL All-Star jerseys are good. You seen these? I don't know if that's good. Max Achari is overrated. I would not pay Achari what he's being paid personally. Like, I just wouldn't. But I think that he's a good player to have around for playoffs especially. Fourth line, penalty kill, block shots, fight. I don't know. These All-Star jerseys are insane. Insane. Oh, he was hard-nosed. Took and dished out a beating on the ice. Yep, agreed. I mean, like, you like having these players around come playoff time. 100%. My back is in shambles right now. Max says, Pitt won't make playoffs, though. I would agree. I don't think that they will. They handed star players and couldn't build a team around them. Shocking. Flyers always alternate being good and bad. You mean on a nightly basis? I think they're a bad team, to be honest. Oh, my back's in shambles right now. Gord, Achari's a solid player. I don't know what people mean by overrated. What you value and what the team needs is how you rate a player. Probably pretty fair. Start a poll. All right, I'm going to put a poll up for you guys. Francis, because I'm sitting in this chair for 2 hours now. And I sat in a chair all day yesterday for work, and all day the day before, and the day before, and the day before. So yeah, that's why, boss. Oh, played hockey last night. Didn't stretch after. What does that even mean, Francis? Leafs don't deserve Perry. All right, here we go. We're back. Maybe I should get comfy for this. So we'll change the vibe up. JW, Zach, I have a bad back. CBD oil helps a lot. All right. Appreciates the heads up there. Go legs up here. Enjoy this third period. You guys should be able to hear fine, I think. There we go. More in frame. Should help. Let's see what goes down here. Game on. See a solid 20-minute effort in the third. 100%. Let's close this thing out. You still have a lead here. We talked about how poor that second period was. You got out of it with a lead still, right? You are up 3-2. You've still outshot Colorado throughout this game. It's not an ideal start, I would say here. Some pretty good chances for Colorado immediately. 19 seconds in the game into the third period. That's your first line out there and your 4 All-Stars. Oh, Matthews. Also, Nylander out here with these guys right now? Why? Did something happen to Nyes? Did he just want to start with them like this? That's a terrible giveaway. Terrible giveaway right there. Nice. Yep. Yes, Colin. My body is fucked up. Oh, Matthews. Yeah, Devon Taves is sick. I guess I can hear the commentary right now, so that's what I'm responding to. Colin, did anyone catch Matthews blatantly give the puck away on the second goal? Yeah, I do think, though, that he was trying to make the pass to Nyes. That's what the problem ended up being. He looked over and thought Nyes was there, not realizing that he didn't have a stick. Nyes also had a hand in the air, so I feel like that you see that out of the corner of your eye. You're trying to make a quick, instinctive play to get the puck out of your zone. You're probably looking at the guy hand up, open as well, like in open ice, and thinking that he's going to be an option, a guy that you can get the puck to, makes that quick pass, doesn't have a stick. But yeah. Rick the Sizzler. Devon Taves is exactly what the Leafs need, LOL. I would agree with that. You want to know something funny? I'll see if I can pull this up here. You want to talk about bad trades or people getting swindled on trades? Lou Lamoriello, that might be all-time worst trade ever. Because he was with the Islanders, remember? The Islanders traded Taves in the 2020 offseason to the Colorado Avalanche in exchange for second-round draft selections in the 2021 NHL Draft and 2022 NHL Draft. 2 second-round picks for Devon Taves. Two second-round picks for Devon Taves. That's what Lou accepted. What do you think they drafted with those? Like, not a Devon Taves, I'll tell you that. Two second-round picks, Rick. 2021 second and a 2022 second. Also, 11 more likes here on the stream, guys. Hit that like button. 11 more. Get the salts out. We're almost at 50 here. Continue to hit that like button. Subscribe here to the channel. Appreciate all the support. Thank you guys very much. Oh my God. I think someone just needs to tell McCabe, like, dude, you're really good at other stuff. It's what you're really good at is not your puck handling ability. Oh, you know what? Over the last little while, I think Liljegren has really, really settled in. I don't know if it was the injury or whatever that kind of hurt him, but he has drastically improved his level of play, has become way more reliable. Leafs penalty coming up here. Rick, they're going to do it to you, dude. I'm sorry. Special teams hasn't been great for this Leafs team. JT just too slow. That's a hook. It's a hook. Tavares is not. Game 40 of the regular season, you're smashing panic button in the third period against the Avalanche. Putting Matthews, Marner, and Nylander together is fucking pathetic. I'll be honest with you. Like I cannot understand this. These are the decisions that happen in games that just piss me the fuck off with this guy. Like, what is the need to go Bertuzzi, Nyes, Tavares here? This is so stupid, so unnecessary for that to be the case. It's game 40 of the regular season. You can't fucking handle the Avalanche here. You're in panic mode that aggressively with a 1-goal lead. Like, things were fine to start this game. You played one of the best periods of Yarncrook. That's got to get out. You played one of the best periods of your lives to start this game. You take a 3-0 lead. You just fall asleep. Like, this isn't whether or not your team is good enough. This is you showing up. Do you have effort? Do you have a sense of pride in your level of play, in your work, in your ability to show up? Like, do you have that? And in the second period, it's a little bit sluggish. I'm not upset with this at all, but it's just like, okay, yeah, you didn't show up for that second. That's concerning to a degree. This third period, to come out here and go with these guys like this right away is just sheer panic by Sheldon Keefe. It's a waste of these guys' energy. You have another game, what? Don't you have another game tomorrow? Yeah, you play tomorrow against Detroit. What's the need to play Matthews, Marner, and Nylander fucking 40 minutes tonight? Like figure out how to be good NHL players that can play a full game. Like, figure it out. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get why he has to do this. Yeah, there you go, Colin Fires. All right, there you go. Get out of it. 4 shots on that last power play by. Oh my God, that's. I have no idea how that was not a penalty on David Kampf there. That very much should have been, in my opinion. There was no way they were going to call that after what they didn't call on Kampf as well, by the way. It's a little end-to-end action right now. This team, man. That's tough for Jones. I mean, I don't really blame him there. There's a ton of traffic in front of the net. 17-year NHL veteran is so respectable. Attaboy Nylander. I can't deal with this, like, fuck this team, man. Honestly. Fuck this soft-ass pussy team. These guys refuse to stick up for each other, refuse to stick up for themselves. That's 100% a penalty. This should be a penalty. 100%. I agree. It's a cross check. It's a cross check to the midsection. It's got to be called. You've now basically said you're putting away the whistles. You let Kampf's trip go. You let the trip go on Domi right after that one, and then you let this one go. You're saying you're going to let the kids play in the third period. Okay, that's fine. Step the fuck up. Like, we want to sit here and talk about, like, oh, like, the team's building identity and adding these things in. They for sure are. Benoit, McCabe, Domi, Bertuzzi, these guys coming in, infiltrating kind of into the rest of the lineup and adding some of this stuff in. And then you see guys like Nyes and, I don't know, Holmberg, McMahon, whatever it is. Riley goes in there. Giordano goes in there after guys. It's great. It's great to see. But I continue to say, and I will continue to say, this team will never win a fucking goddamn thing ever because they have zero balls. They're a bunch of pathetic, scared fucking losers out there. You watch, if that happened against Boston, if that happens against Tampa, if that happens against Vegas, every single guy on the ice is jumping in there. Every single guy on the ice is going in there after the guy who's cross-checking your best player, a guy who's potentially going to score 65, 70 goals this season. They're jumping in. They're going and responding. They're going to go punch the guy. They're going to do something in response. It doesn't matter if it's Stamkos, Point, Kucherov. It doesn't matter if it's Marchand, it doesn't matter if it's Pasternak. They're going to respond. Mitch Marner is right fucking there. Grow a pair. McKinnon would have responded in that instance. Rantanen would have responded if that's McKinnon getting hit. Fucking soft team. Soft team. This team will never win shit. Can't do it. Just can't do it. They will not win. Will not win. Cannot win. Cannot do it. It's 100% a penalty, I agree. But oh yeah, that's a slash. Yeah, these refs suck. This is pathetic. Six more likes, guys. If you are watching, please hit that like button. Subscribe here to the channel. I appreciate the support. Rips it high and wide. Avs the other way. Like, you're on a penalty kill and you're ripping it high and wide. You're trying to go far side top corner from 3 feet above the goal line. Now the Avs are just getting chances. Good job by Benoit to clear that. Thank God. Penalty kill, man. Ripping that thing 3 feet above the goal line. High and wide. This is screaming Avs win. Good kill there. Good kill. Pretty loud in there, it seems like. Yeah, Mr. B. Marner looks like a child out there. The third and the fourth lines right now are finishing every check. They've got energy, they've got intensity, but they're obviously not the guys who are going to change this game, right? Like, that's going to be your big boys. And oh my God, it hasn't really felt like they've been that dangerous. That's a good chance for Matthews there. Nylander's look pretty good, I still think, but oh. All right, here you go. Now you got a shot. Nylander behind the net. Craig says Leafs can't get chippy. The refs are calling them for everything. One-way officiating. Yeah, but you've got to have intensity. You can have intensity. Holy Georgiev. That was insane. They got Bieber to debut the jerseys. They're not bad. They're just like, I think the red one's the best one. These are the types of jerseys that might look better on the players. Yeah, I don't know. Benoit needs a contract. Bertuzzi needs a contract. Outsign those guys. Oh, I haven't even checked on how this stream, this poll is doing right now. Should the Leafs sign Corey Perry? 77% of you say yes. All right. Craig Harrison, Bertuzzi is the king of looking busy but not accomplishing much. I would disagree. I think he's very impactful in the game and for his lines. Maybe not as much points-wise, but I think he's an important piece. So what, the Leafs have had 2 shots this third period. I think the Avs have had 11. Now there's a power play that they had 4 shots on, but that was not stopped by Georgiev. That was stopped by Gerard, I think. This third and fourth lines are the most effective lines that the Leafs have tonight. Keefe has not been good, I'll say that, but very good at. It's this third line. This third line is the one that's generating everything for you. Couple likes away here, guys, from 50. Please hit that like button if you're watching. You haven't already. Marner. Who's there to get that puck? Come on. Oh, that hit the shoulder of Georgiev there. Georgiev. Yeah, the third line has been the most effective line for this Leafs team. Max, OT loss coming. Yeah, your local legend, you're probably correct. Keefe gonna start Camp Gregor and Nyes out in OT. Loafs make playoffs. This is what to expect. Funny, haha. Slappy stick 78 with a reachy. All right, final prediction for 5-3 Avalanche. I think 5-3 Avs. They score one within the next minute or so here. Goalie pull. McKinnon, empty net. Ball game. Got a super chat here. Super chat. Max Entius Decimus. Thank you, Max, for the super chat again. Keefe coaching. Got to shake things up just cuz, bro. Max, I 100% agree with you. I appreciate the super chat. I 100% agree with you. That's pretty bang on comment there. Max, thank you for the super chat, by the way. Also, who was it in the chat earlier? Arnav? Someone predicted, they said the way that this game was going to end was Matthews' goal, 4 minutes left. You're getting close. Marner, what if... Max, thank you very much. I appreciate that. What the hell pass was that? You're inside your own. You're inside the other team's zone. Tie game. Colorado late in the third. It's not even about like, oh, you need to score. It's like you're creating an opportunity. For Colorado. Like, why? Oh, Matthews. Here you go. You, McKinnon. I told you, goal was coming up here. This is McCabe sliding by. This guy's in the corner. You played 20 minutes. Great 20 minutes, and you just said, forget it, we're out of here. 20 minutes was enough tonight. This is the least surprising result. Your best line all night was your third line. They get production for you to start this game. And then you take the rest of the night off. Also, what the hell is going on with like? I mean, Keefe did sit Tavares here. Tavares has not played in a long time. So, I don't know. Maybe this is him sending a message. Maybe this is him, like, doing something. You're sitting the captain. You've seen a lot here of this first line. You've seen a lot of the third line. This team, Max, this team. There's Tavares now. You played 20 minutes here tonight. 20 minutes. You had 20 minutes. I see Marner had a bad game. Marner's had a tough season. He's getting points. My God, he missed the open net. Ross Colton's... I don't like that guy, but... Noah Gregor was about 15 feet offside there. 5-3. I told you. 5-3. Guys, we are live here for this whole game, 2.5 hours. I really appreciate everyone who tuned in here tonight. Yeah, I mean, 3-3 in the third against this Avs team. You just had to know that this was going to be the case, 5-3. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. I appreciate everyone who watched here with us. I'll try to do some more of these. In the future, we might try to add in some post-game stuff here as well, but I think for the most part, like, come hang out on Saturday night, or maybe we'll do some of these more during the weekday rather than a night like tonight. I think that... I wanted to give it a shot here tonight. I wanted to see how you guys would respond, react. If you guys liked doing this, then I'd be happy to have this again going forward. Maybe we can do some more Saturday night stuff. I think maybe Saturdays we can do watch along and then go into a post game or something. But I think that on a night like a weeknight or something, maybe we do some watch-alongs where it's a good game. We know they're going to be playing a big team, a meaningful game, whatever it is. We'll try to continue to do some of these watch-along stuff. I think they're fun. I think they're enjoyable to do. Kind of just to recap here, you guys knew what was going to happen. We all knew what was going to happen. Leafs team that shows up and plays potentially their best period of the season, and then crumbles the rest of the way. They just didn't show up in the second. They didn't show up in the third. 6 and a third saying there. Didn't know that the watch long was on. Yeah, I apologize. I tried to put it out on the channel and the community thing. I wasn't sure if you guys get notified, but that's another reason why you guys got to why you got to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. You get notified every single time that we go live. Also, couple things here before we can finish this. Smelling salts, 50 likes. Thanks to everyone who liked the stream here. I appreciate that. Let's do that. 6 and a third. Buddy, I'm not going to lie to you. I wish... There are times where I come on here and I read your comments and I wish I could get myself to the delusional la la land that you live in permanently, or take whatever drugs it is that you do to have the mindset that you do going into these games and coming away from these games. Because to watch a team go up 3-0 in the first period in their own barn on a home game on a Saturday night, 3-0, and then to blow it and lose 5-3. You gave up 5 consecutive goals, and to paint this one as we didn't crumble, we didn't give this one away. That is a level of delusion I wish I could have in my life. I wish truly on a daily basis I could have that experience, because brother, that is one hell of a drug that you are on yourself. To blame this on the refs here tonight, that's insane. That's insane. This is a crumble. This is a crumble. 2 super chats here, first and foremost. Jeff McKay. So is Keefe going to make an example of Marner now? Jeff, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Nope. No shot. There's no shot he will. Marner will be pissy pants, crybaby, upset about it. There's no example coming there. He's not going down to a different line. He's not going to see less minutes, nothing. He will continue to go out there. No matter how poor he plays, no matter how many opportunities he gives going the other way, he will continue to do that. Another super chat. Max NT is Decimus. Max, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Max says, smell the salt of defeat, brother. Have a good night. Max, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the supports here tonight. Guys, we'll get to a couple things before we wrap this one up. First and foremost, we'll go to our play of the game. Play of the game. I don't know. I kind of here want to give the play of the game to the Liljegren goal, and the reason I want to give it to that Liljegren goal is because of. Actually, you know what? I'll give it to the Morgan Rielly goal. That's a much better one. Morgan Rielly goal is definitely the play of the game. End to end, chips the puck through, continues pressure on, gets through Taves there, makes a nice play going through the other way. Like that was a really nice play. I would agree with that for sure. That's the play of the game. But an honorable mention is going to be the Liljegren one, and it's because that third line was playing the right way all night, especially in the offensive zone, maintaining pressure, maintaining possession of the puck, not giving things up. And on that play, like you're seeing a cycle game, you're seeing them utilize the points. They get the puck back there, they get pucks through. You're in front of the net, you're crashing the net, you're creating rebounds, you're jamming away at the puck. Rebound pops out, Liljegren comes in, responds, and is able to bury into the empty net. That's honorable mention for me because of the way that line played all night and the way that they responded there. Like I was really happy to see that. I thought they played a really good game tonight, and I think that they deserve credit. Let's get to our grade of the game.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Grade of the game, it's a D. It's not quite a failure, but because you came out and you played an incredible first period. I can't take away that first 20 minutes. I cannot take away. That was a beautiful first 20 minutes. You came out ready to go. We just talked about, though, after the first period in the intermission, where are you going to be at? Where are you going to be at coming into the second period? Are you going to respond? You came in about 3-4 minutes of decent hockey there, and then it just fell off a cliff after that. You crumbled. You handed this one over to a Colorado team that you knew was never going to back down, was never going to give up. Like this team was going to be in it for the long haul. They're going to try everything they could to pull this one out, and then they did. The Leafs just kind of gave it right back to them, gave them that opportunity. This was tough to see, tough to watch it go down that way, but it wasn't surprising. It really was not surprising. This you cannot have performances like that. You just can't. Thanks, 6. Enjoy your night. Don't know what to tell you. You blew a 3-0 lead to the Colorado Avalanche at home. You lost 5-3. You gave up 5 consecutive. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, to say that there's positives here is one of the funniest things I could possibly even read. It's not even worth being frustrated over. There's a level of delusion going on that is it's beyond what I could even comprehend, truthfully. I can't even imagine how someone could have that takeaway from tonight's game. I just don't. This is a D. Your Tavares Bertuzzi line was not good. I hated the way that Keefe came out into the third period and was jamming that Nylander, Marner, Matthews line so early. Now I would agree that Tavares line wasn't that good, and maybe it is good to see them sit from a message standpoint. But you're on night one of a back-to-back here. You got to play Detroit again tomorrow. This was obviously going to be a tough game, a tough matchup, and you just launched. Minutes on these guys here tonight, and they're going to have to play tomorrow. This is game 40. You've got 42 left. I don't know. I think that was an interesting way to go about it. You've now got Martin Jones, who's played, 6 games in a row here now. Some of these I just can't understand. I can't understand the decisions, but it's a D for me tonight. Guys, thanks for tuning in here tonight. I appreciate the support. If you're here right now, you haven't hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys very much. We'll continue to do more of these. I'll try to give a little bit more advance notice and maybe plan these out a little bit further in advance so that people can make sure that they get there. You guys can be there with me. I'll try to have some guests on maybe for some watch-alongs going forward, but other than that, I think that's going to do it. That's game number 40 of the Toronto Maple Leafs regular season. You're now 21, 11, and 8. And for those of you out there who know how to do math, 21, 11, and 8, that would be 21, 11 plus 8 would be 19. 21 minus 19, 2. You are now 2 games above 500. 21 and 19 technically here. Leafs fans, thanks guys so much for tuning in here tonight. I appreciate it. Appreciate everyone who stuck throughout the entire game. It's been a long stream. I will see you guys after tomorrow's game against the Detroit Red Wings to do a post-game breakdown, react to everything that happened there. Thanks so much for tuning in here tonight. Appreciate the support as always. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow after the game against the Red Wings. And, I mean, as always, keep believing.